The evenly split U.S. Senate has passed sweeping climate and tax legislation, which Democrats also dubbed the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, with U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris casting the tie-breaking vote and all Democrats on board. Lawmakers worked late Saturday into Sunday debating the measure. As VOA's Arash Arabasadi reports, Senate Republicans, unified in opposition, warn the legislation will lead to reckless spending.
The Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 includes more than $300 billion worth of investment in clean energy and climate reform, the largest such investment in U.S. history. Saturday night in Washington, the Senate voted to start debate on the measure. As expected, all Democrats approved, all Republicans were opposed, and Vice President Kamala Harris cast the decisive vote.
On this vote, the yeas are 50, the nays are 50. The Senate being equally divided, the Vice President votes in the affirmative, and the motion to proceed is agreed to. The clerk will report the bill.
The development follows more than a week of back and forth from Democrats and Republicans with accusations of reckless spending by the latter and obstructionist tactics by the former. Those public debates led to an all-night vote-a-rama in the Senate.
This is going to reduce the costs that hit American families in their pocketbook. Prescription drug costs, health care costs, energy costs. It's going to make for a more secure and stable and cleaner and more affordable future for American families. And while we may not see huge impacts on inflation in the first or second year, Treasury secretaries who've served in both Democratic and Republican administrations support this bill.
Senator Coons went on to say passage of this act follows a string of victories by Democrats and President Joe Biden, including a veterans bill, a semiconductor bill that would see a boost in U.S. manufacturing, and the recent killing of al-Qaeda leader Ayman al-Zawahiri. Senate Democrats say they would fund the Inflation Reduction Act through corporate tax increases, a move Republicans call a mistake.
What you're going to see are normal American families actually see the impact of what happens whenever you put new taxes on our economy. Now, they talk about it being on big corporations, but big corporations raise prices. They do pass it all down. So from our perspective, we will see those tax increases coming down the line, and Americans are going to feel it.
Senator Rounds added that this was not the right time to experiment in addressing climate change. This all follows a jobs report that exceeded expectations as American employers added 528,000 positions last month, restoring the workforce to pre-pandemic numbers with some of the lowest unemployment in half a century.